Beyond Dreaming, a guide to awakening consciousness through the path of astral projection and out-of-body experiences by Hart, Part 14. If you are in a dream, what you think can often manifest precisely the way you want instantly, if you have trained yourself well. However, in the astral, the environment is slightly different. Objects don't manifest exactly according to what you're thinking. It is, however, more responsive to how you're feeling, and if you are a very anxious or fearful person, it could be more likely that you will go to lower and darker regions of the astral plane, because that is more matched with your state of consciousness. Similarly, suppose one is a highly positive and happy person. In that case, they are more likely to end up in more pleasant and sublime realms. The average person lives in a perpetual dreamlike state throughout their entire lives, not stopping for a single moment to consider whether the content of their lives is even a dream at all. The benefits of becoming conscious of our dreams are far-reaching, from realizing how to achieve our goals in life, improving our relationships, and of course, having mind-expanding out-of-body experiences beyond the physical and attaining spiritual enlightenment. At this point, you might wonder why I'm talking so in depth about the awakening of consciousness and how it all relates to astral projection. Frankly, these points are not emphasized enough in most books on astral projection. Astral projection is a spiritual practice in its essence, after all, not some inconsequential fantasy. Spiritual balance and well-being are all synonymous with it, and all help build a foundation in understanding the mysteries behind perception and OBEs. Traveling out of the body is an awakening in and of itself. It is profoundly beneficial to understand what is really going on, to appreciate it for what it is when it happens. We have to value this experience, just as we choose to love superficial things like celebrities, sports, or money. If you want to learn how to astral project, you need to put in the work. You need to study the subject, read, watch videos, get inspired, meditate, and practice. Some are more natural at this than others, but regardless, anyone can do it. You need only to make an effort to master it, like with anything in life. Practice makes perfect. It's the same as learning martial arts. You have to get up, go to the dojo, get to know the techniques, how it feels, and align them with your body and mind until mastered. Through practical understanding alone, we get rid of the need for ineffective methods and complex practices that harbor self-doubt, often seen in books that promise quick results through techniques backed by little explanation. When we instinctively comprehend the mechanics behind out-of-body experiences, we adopt our own intuitive practice. This book should provide new thought-provoking contemplation for you to ponder, even when you finish a reading session, like food for the soul. Yes, I've said that thinking can be useless, but attaining profound and continuous no-thought states of bliss while awake in sleep is not something acquired in a day. It takes work and a firm resolve to live a better and more spiritually enriching life. This starts with feeding your mind with better content and more critical thinking. Accordingly, when we speak of out-of-body experiences, we are not talking about some separate or man-made experience. We are dealing with life itself, not some strange phenomena that only a few experience. It is inherent to all of us, but most of us just aren't conscious of it. This is why we have to address our lives and not just astral projection as a sort of separate hobby or casual interest. It is a wholesome practice that affects us positively and profoundly on every level of our being. Observe any kung fu master. He does not just partake in his martial art every now and then for fun. No. He takes it seriously. He lives his life through the philosophy his martial art teaches, just as much when he is fighting. He grows and builds his character as a result. The path of astral projection is absolutely the same, if not more. One has to truly look at oneself. It takes strength and courage to be honest and let go of certain aspects of ourselves. Attachment is a real thing. This is the way of the spiritual warrior.
A warrior acknowledges his pain, but he doesn't indulge in it. The mood of the warrior who enters into the unknown is not one of sadness. On the contrary, he's joyful because he feels humbled by his great fortune, confident that his spirit is impeccable, and above all, fully aware of his efficiency. A warrior's joyfulness comes from having accepted his fate and from having truthfully assessed what lies ahead of him.
Quote by Don Juan Matus, Carlos Castaneda.